All right. Hello, fellow Toastmasters. I'm here to tell all of you what I've learned from a magnificent place. This place is greatest to all your imagination. This place is actually a school. No tuition cost. You can imagine it any way you like. Don't have to worry so much about studying. As long as you understand the concepts, you will get really far. What kind of school is that? I haven't heard of such a place. The IUS, the Institute of Undergraduate Slackers. A magnificent school, I might tell you, because of course, I didn't have to work so hard for it. But I believe a lot of us don't truly understand what a slacker is. Let me give you an insight and a word to remember in case you forget everything. Because, of course, typical of us slackers, we sometimes forget. So, the word is top. Remember that throughout the speech. Secondly, what is a slacker? What truly is a slacker? Well, it's very easy to be biased about the word slacker. You've always been taught that slackers aren't good, and that they don't produce anything, or that they don't go anywhere, or that changing this behavior is always best, and that they always use the word try. Well, here's a different approach to it, and the truth, which is the first letter of top, truth. The truth is that even the Globe and Mail, the Financial Post, all kinds of business articles, and you can even LinkedIn actually, at one point I saw an article about it, they actually say that slacking at work, goofing off as they otherwise would say also, increases your productivity by 15%. Here's another truth for you. Vacations aren't truly good for us if you are a master of slacking. And another truth, before I continue to the next part, is that by understanding where to slack and how to slack, you actually go a lot farther than you think. And trying things can actually be equivalent to will in lots of circumstances. I'm not saying all, because of course there are good slackers and bad slackers. Next point, the O, opportunity. Understanding opportunities is one thing the IUS taught me very well. Knowing your opportunities of slacking is like going on a grand vacation that pays well, which vacations don't usually do, and allow you to enjoy your time, because time is not renewable. It's always something you lose, so it's something you have to cherish at every moment. I mean, we even have John Lennon saying, if you've enjoyed that time, it is not time wasted. So, opportunity is your second letter of top. And it also teaches you, why does slacking give you so much better productiveness compared to someone who doesn't? Some of you are probably confused and thinking this must be a lie. It can't be true. Well, knowing the opportunities, that's where the truth comes in. The opportunities of a slacker and the definition of one comes from way back in 1898 and in the early 1900s, including World War I. And just give me a moment while I get back to where I was. All right, but anyway, World War I. But wait, let's just go back farther to understand it. Slacking back in 1898 in the British time was when Britain was having trouble with making work. Believe it or not, ironically speaking. Work comes with prices. For example, do I give everyone work? Do I provide jobs? Or do I let technology flourish and make the new job market better? or do I make my economy better, which will benefit everybody? Well, at that time, everybody lived on about $2 a day. Can you imagine living on $2 a day? You can't even go up the street with your car without spending $2 because of the gas money. Jeez. But in that time, they had to choose between farming or the tractor. Many people said, no, keep the jobs, screw the tractor. But the government did something interesting, and they decided, no, technology must come first. Those who protested, those workers who protested against mechanization, those called themselves slackers. The government called them slackers who are slacking against the beginning and innovations of technology. Ouch. Slacker then got a new definition in World War I. A slacker was somebody who was against the war effort. A slacker was somebody who was very intelligent, but did not want to be in the war. That was a slap in the face to the U.S. government. You must be in the war effort because it is for your country, it is for those who you love. But the people knew the reality of the war. They knew they would go out there, and if they were professionals in something, they might get killed off. Who's going to help their family after? What, a little bit of pennies from the government because they died? They decided, no, I am not going to participate, and we're going to protest. And they did. And they lived on. Now, P in top. Knowing how to practice now what I've learned from the IUS and how slacking can be beneficial to you in getting far. Another concept of slacking you probably may not have thought of. What is a typical slacker? Well, someone who's a go-getter. I think I see some confused faces already. Believe it or not, yes, slackers are go-getters. And a true slacker is an innovator. Someone who knows how to find an easy way around it. Yes. And, believe it or not, a slacker is someone who's proactive and know how to put their slacking into perfect practice. At the same time being comfortable, as I am right now, instead of having to stand. Because you can all see me, I hope. Well, these three things have something in common. They all benefit the corporate world. Fortune 500 companies benefit most from slackers. Why? Because slackers work hard at making things simple. Knowing how to innovate and make something simple. Where's an example of that? Maybe in my department. Yes, knowing how to script. A lot of us are hired with just the skills, fundamentally, with either some kind of programming or a mixture of business or both. Excellent. When a VM needs deployment, well, if it can be scripted, if you have to do it more than once, script it so you don't have to. That's another job you don't have to worry about. Now, where does proactivity come in? Because a lot of us are taught that slackers aren't that proactive. We leave things to the last minute. Well then, if that's someone you met, they are doing it very wrong. Before I end, they're doing it wrong because being proactive and being a go-getter means that not only have they not treated their fellow employees as friends and as companions to help them get forward and learn, but by being proactive, you can avoid, which might sound counterintuitive, you avoid having to do more work later, because a slacker does not like vast quantities of work on their desk. Why would I wait to the last minute and get 150% of the work when I can just relax and enjoy myself and do whatever 25% of work that I have to do now and relax later? Not have to worry about it. Those are things that I have learned from the IUS, and those are things you must all take with you. Because professionals will say they started from the bottom and went to the top. Why listen to them? Why not start from the top and just stay at the top? Thank you, everyone. That is the true way of the slacker.